Hi, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create a simple if statement and talk about what an if statement is and how and why they're used. Okay, so let's get started then. So to start off with, I'm going to create just a simple variable using a random number generator, which we can then use to check conditions of. Okay, so I've just put in a simple bit of code there which creates a random number between 1 and 6, hence the reason why it's called dice. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use an if statement just as a simple way to check conditions. Okay, so you probably hear lots of if statements being used all the time in your life. So for example, if you don't clean your room, then you're not going out. So it's the idea that if you have a condition that is met, then there are actions which are attributed to it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to write some code. I'm going to say if dice is, let's say, equal to 6, okay, then I'm just going to simply print a statement saying you win, okay, and then I'm going to say else print you lose. Now I want you to pay particular attention to the indenting here. Okay, I'm just going to zoom in on that so you can see somewhat. It's really important that you have those indents, that sort of inch space between the margin and where it says print here. Because what that does is that shows that that piece of code, this piece of code here, belongs to this statement here, in the same way that this piece of code here belongs to this statement. So it's super important that you make sure you get your indent correct. Also, in the same way that for the else part of it here, I moved that back to the margin line, so therefore that wasn't then dependent as on this if dice is equal to 6 section here. So just to dissect this a little bit, what it's saying here is if the dice, remember that's our random number 1 to 6, is equal to 6, then it's going to print you win. Else, so basically, or else, anything else other than that is going to print you lose. So if I just run that, we can see I've lost. Okay, and I can keep running that, and then maybe at some point it'll say you win when it's randomly picked a number 6. So that's how an if statement works. It's a really simple piece of programming kit where you simply have a condition and you check that condition, and if that's true you have a set of actions, and if it's not true, as in it's false, then you have a different set of actions. Now just to change things up a bit here, what I might do is I might say, rather than if it's equal to 6, I can also use operators such as greater than or less than, like you see in maths. So for this one here I might say, change it now to say if it is greater than 3, then it's going to be a win. Okay, I could say if it's less than 3. Okay, and there we go.